This recording is legally copyrighted by EBS. This is EB 영어, July 2020. Wednesday, July 1st. Talk about home shopping. Many people buy things through home shopping. The channels are placed between major TV channels, so you can see a lot of home shopping channels when you are channel surfing. On home shopping broadcasts, the MCs walk you through the details of each product. They put an emphasis on each product's strengths to make consumers open their wallets. The screen also shows phone numbers for easy ordering or consultations. They also tell you how long you have until time is up. The biggest advantage of home shopping is the prices. Often, they offer the best price for a product. You can also use your credit card to pay in installments most of the time. Dialogue practice.
Do you buy things through home shopping?
No, not really, but my mom buys stuff all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's been a loyal customer of home shopping for at least 20 years.
I see. What kinds of items does she buy?
I think she buys food most of the time. She also buys clothes on occasion.
If you tune in around dinner time, they introduce some mouth-watering food.
Plus, home shopping channels have reasonable prices too. There are lots of advantages. Thursday, July 2nd.
Discuss how leftover food can be reused. More and more people are living alone these days, so ordering in has become more common. Popular food delivery items include fried chicken, pizza, and Korean pork trotters. The serving sizes for these dishes are usually too big for one person. As you know, leftover food doesn't taste as good as when food is freshly cooked. Sometimes it even smells if it goes bad. So, leftovers are usually thrown out as food waste. But nowadays, reusing leftovers has become a trend. For example, leftover chicken can be used as salad toppings. There are YouTube channels that show how to prepare such dishes. Reusing leftovers can cut food expenses, and you can even experience the joy of cooking. You can also reduce food waste.
Dialogue practice.
Do you order delivery often?
Yeah, I think I do it at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, same here. But I live alone, so I often have leftovers.
Especially with pizza or fried chicken, there are always leftovers.
What do you do with your leftover food?
I store pizza in the freezer. I can preserve the flavor that way.
What about chicken?
I usually reuse it in salads. I'm making an effort to reduce food waste. Friday, July 3rd. Talk about celebrities that you like. I have long been a fan of BTS. I feel a sense of national pride when I see them climb the charts overseas and become global musicians. I found out that having a favorite celebrity comes with perks that I didn't know about before. First, it helps to get rid of stress. When I come home after a long day at work, listening to music by BTS gives me a boost. Watching their music videos improves my mood and makes me feel at ease. Plus, I can shoot the breeze with friends for hours and hours talking about celebrities. When I'm with friends who like the same celebrities, we have a lot to talk about. We can quickly form a bond and have a lot to relate to. Dialogue practice.
This BTS song is out of this world. Do you like it too?
Of course, they're the best boy band ever. I listen to BTS every day.
It's amazing how all of their new songs appear on the Billboard charts.
Yeah, they are a big deal globally.
I'm so proud of them.
I saw them on a foreign talk show a while ago.
Yeah, I've seen them several times too.
The members are all so witty and fun. Monday, July 6th.
Talk about how children begin attending elementary school. In Korea, kids enter grade school in the year they turn 7 years old. Parents can send their child to school a year earlier or later if they so choose. For private elementary schools, people have to turn in an application. The students are selected by a draw. Otherwise, children are assigned to a public school close to where they live. Kids formally start school in March with an entrance ceremony. In major cities, there are about 20 students in each elementary school class. Students learn several subjects in school. In the past, children had to prepare their own school supplies. But nowadays, the school often provides them. Lunch is also provided by the schools free of charge. After school, kids can sign up for extracurricular activities and participate in various courses.
Dialogue practice.
How old is your kid now?
He's 6 years old.
Yeah? Then he must be starting grade school next year.
That's right. Time flies. I still remember when he was a baby, but he grew up so fast.
Yeah, kids grow up in the blink of an eye.
I think so, yes.
Are you prepping him for school in any way?
Nothing special, but I'm helping him read a lot of books. Tuesday, July 7th. Talk about your nieces or nephews. I have an adorable 29-month-old nephew. He is my parents' first grandchild and my first nephew. So in our family, he is the center of attention. Of course, when he visits our home, he is all over the place. Once, I almost got angry because he kept asking me to change the channel to find what he wanted to watch on TV. But I was able to keep my temper. My nephew doesn't take after my sister and brother-in-law much. I think that's why he's so handsome. These days, he's getting used to going to a nursery school. I feel proud when I see my nephew making friends there. It also feels bittersweet. I just hope that he will grow up to become a healthy and confident person. Dialogue practice.
Whose picture is that on your phone?
Oh, it's my nephew. He's cute as a button.
He's so handsome. How old is he?
He's 3 years old. He's begun talking, too.
He must be just adorable these days.
Yeah, when our family gets together, we all spoil him rotten.
My sister is expecting too.
Really? When is her due date? I'm sure you'll love having a nephew or a niece. Wednesday, July 8th.
Talk about the various members of a school's staff. Various people make up a school's staff, apart from teachers and students. First, there are civil servants who do paperwork in the administrative office. They are in charge of compiling and executing the school budget, as well as general maintenance. There are also various personnel who support educational activities at schools. Elementary schools have staff for after-school childcare classes. Nutritionists and cafeteria staff organize the students' menu and prepare meal service. Science teachers that assist in science classes and computer experts for audio-visual classes also work at schools. Finally, a librarian helps students rent out books and make the most of the library. These school personnel don't teach students directly, but they are central to the smooth operation of a school.
Dialogue practice.
What do your kids have for lunch at school?
Oh, there is free meal service these days, so the school provides lunch.
I see. Are the school lunches to your liking?
Yes, the nutritionist draws up the menu to prepare for each day.
Back when we went to school, we had to bring our own lunches.
That's right. Our mothers had a lot of work to do, packing lunches every morning.
I especially remember carrying a heavy insulated lunchbox in the winter.
Yeah, I remember that too. Thursday, July 9th. Talk about dishwashers. I once heard someone say that a dishwasher, dryer, and garbage disposal unit are the three must-haves for a homemaker. I recently began using a dishwasher for the first time. It has been life-changing. Korean meals include a lot of side dishes as standard, so we use a lot of dishes. With snacks for the kids as well, dishes really pile up in the sink. Using a dishwasher is a big time saver, and it also uses less water. When guests came over in the past, my husband and I would bicker over who would do the dishes. We usually played a game, and the loser would have to do it. But nowadays, washing the dishes isn't such a load to bear thanks to the dishwasher. Dialogue practice.
Do you have a dishwasher at home?
No, we don't have one. Do you?
I took the plunge and bought it recently, and it's great.
Yeah? It must save the time it takes to do the dishes.
That's right. We use loads of dishes every day.
Yeah, there are dozens of dishes that need to be washed.
All I have to do is soak the dishes in water and put them in the machine.
That sounds really convenient. I'm so jealous. Friday, July 10th.
Discuss the era of the new normal. The coronavirus has brought major changes to homes, workplaces, society, and entire countries. Experts say that there is no going back to our earlier world. These changes are settling in as the new normal in our lives. New lifestyle habits that minimize person-to-person contact are among the biggest changes. For example, more people are shopping for groceries online. People hesitate to go to movie theaters. So, memberships and web traffic for video sharing platforms like Netflix have seen explosive growth. The effect is felt in schools, too. Schools held classes online for a while. The field of on-the-job training also expanded online. Even visiting model homes has been replaced by live YouTube videos.
Dialogue practice.
It's been ages since I went to see a movie.
Yeah, everyone watches movies at home instead of a theater because of social distancing.
I think so. I've been using YouTube and Netflix a lot more recently.
Ever since the coronavirus, I have been shopping for groceries online too.
That's right. Me too.
It's great because if I place an order at night, I can get it delivered the next morning.
The coronavirus has really changed everything.
It really is the new normal. Monday, July 13th. Talk about scuba diving. Scuba diving refers to swimming underwater with an oxygen tank on your back. Relying on the oxygen tank and a buoyancy compensator, you can dive as deep as dozens of meters below the surface. You can have a whale of a time observing the various types of marine wildlife. Before you engage in scuba diving, it's necessary to receive safety education. You have to master how to use the equipment and always be alert to your safety. It's best to have a mirror on your wrist and be aware of where your companions are. You can communicate underwater through hand signals or using metal sticks. While you're swimming, you shouldn't harm the ocean wildlife under any circumstances. Feeling your breathing and heartbeat in the calm atmosphere, you can really feel alive. Dialogue practice.
Have you gone scuba diving before?
No. Isn't that exclusively for experts?
That's what I thought at first, but it isn't.
Really? Have you tried it out?
Yeah, I'm still just a beginner, but I've started learning.
Oh, do you need to take lessons?
You have to master how to use the basic equipment. Then you can go into the ocean.
I see. I think I'd be a little bit spooked out. Tuesday, July 14th.
Talk about the thrill you feel through fear. It could be a self-contradiction to say that someone enjoys scary things. But many people do enjoy a sense of fear. Most commonly, people watch horror movies. Scary movies are especially popular in the heat of summer. TV stations also air summer specials to beat the heat. Usually, they show what happens to people in scary situations. Another way people enjoy fear is through roller coasters at amusement parks. People who ride them scream their lungs out, but they enjoy the adrenaline rush. Bungee jumping from high places is yet another way to enjoy fear. It can make your blood run cold just to watch, but more and more people are enjoying these extreme sports. Experiencing fear and getting a thrill from it has become a part of our culture.
Dialogue practice.
Do you like scary movies?
Not in the slightest. I don't understand why people watch them.
I was like that at first, but they're thrilling and enjoyable.
Really? I once saw one with a friend, and I walked out of the theater in the middle of the movie.
Really? Was it that bad?
Yeah, I hated it. I felt uncomfortable, and I couldn't even fall asleep at night.
I see. Everyone has different tastes.
That's right. I do know some people who get a kick out of movies like that. Wednesday, July 15th. Talk about the racism caused by the coronavirus. Because China was the starting point of the coronavirus outbreak, racist acts against Asians have been occurring. Anti-Chinese sentiment has developed into prejudice against all Asians. Western people often can't distinguish between Chinese, Korean, and Japanese people, so these racist acts target Asians as a whole. Because of this baseless hate against Asians, racial slurs, physical threats, and even physical violence have been committed. Even more shockingly, these hate crimes are taking place in first world countries. For example, in Germany, locals on the subway directed sexual harassment and severe profanity at a Korean couple studying there. It was widely reported in the news. Dialogue practice.
I think the coronavirus has made racism even worse.
You're right. I see stories on the news quite often.
Yeah, I've seen several of them too.
I find it hard to believe that it happens in advanced nations.
I think if it happened to me while traveling abroad, it would really hurt my feelings.
Sure. I think I'd also feel threatened and get scared.
Such hate crimes are really terrible.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. They should never occur.